Stacy. Stacy. Stacy, for the love of Super Orange Man, please. It's literally part 2 of episode 4. Stacy, why are you still staring at your 3DS?
Okay, Marsha, I had to be sure.
Sure of literally what? You've been drinking coffee and playing with your 3DS all night. What in the living fuck is wrong with you?
A lot of things are wrong with me, Marsha. A lot of things. I was playing Mario and Luigi Dream Team. The Zkeeper fight was a disappointment.
The Zkeeper is the protector of Pillow Island and the Bird of Legend. He did help me and Niall throughout the whole journey, but I did not enjoy the fight with him. First off, he goes up way too fast that Luigi and us cannot catch up with him. Hell, when he tries to charge at us, we can't see what we are going as we are having trouble trying to dodge by either jumping over him or ducking underneath him. Not only is he a fast flyer, but he is too fast at dodging his leg while you are having a hard time grabbing it while you are dragging him down. I get it. Boss battles are supposed to be hard when it comes to video game adventures. They're supposed to be challenging, but my god, the Zkeeper have to be this hard? Me, Luigi, and Niall literally have been in the dream world fighting him. And it was hell. I am not joking. We got really frustrated pushing harder to beat him. Niall died several times when we were fighting him. I had to give him like 5 1-ups while taking the Zkeeper down. Also, after you get out from the Dimensional Rift attack, which I will go over later, the Zkeeper shoots out a massive beam which tries to hit you at an insane speed limit. To avoid those attacks, you have to throw giant stumps at them 3 times. After that, when you catch up to him, he drops explosive eggs, which also goes at the same inside speed limit, making you have a harder time hitting them back. Even though Giant Bowser has a challenging mindset and had threatening attacks on us, at least he was acceptable. But what is the Zkeeper's problem with pulling out stunts like that? Oh, and now it's time to go through his Dimensional Rift attacks. And these are worse! When the Zkeeper opened those rifts, we fly around in 0 gravity, and we had to dodge the energy balls the Zkeeper fires in front of us, and as well as the occasional spinning ram attack which he does after firing 2 to 3 waves of energy balls, which Luigi can counter after dodging him. Starting to spin like the Zkeeper once did and ramming into him, it was such a pain in the ass.
My goodness! I cannot believe how much pain you and your team had to go through! I felt the same experience as you do when facing the Zkeeper. I actually prefer Giant Bowser over the Zkeeper because at least Giant Bowser didn't have insane speed limits unlike the bloody hell Zkeeper! This also reminds me of Clem from Luigi's Mansion 3! Even though Dream Team came before Luigi's Mansion 3. Oh, and if you are playing in the story in hard mode, this battle gets even harder and more annoying by how you get sent back to the title screen when you die. So not only is this a difficult battle made up of about 80% dodging enemy attacks, but it's also making you click through the title screen, file select menu, egg-breaking part of the game, and 15-minute cutscene every time you want to restart. It's enough that I nearly want to throw my 3DS out of Bowser's castle by the time I was done with this fight. Or at very least, take a mallet to the screen myself! Ugh, it angered me that much! So fuck the Zkeeper fight!
Oh my goodness, Magalore is adorable!
Magalore is a well-written and memorable antagonist. Before the battle, you are greeted by a very intense cutscene. It's revealed that Magalore has been using Kirby and his friends to steal the Master Crown, thereby making him a traitor to them. What does he do? He steals it and uses it to conquer the universe!
Dun dun dun!
Before the battle, you fight against the Law Star Cutter while riding Landia, which has its own selection of attacks, and, while not the most challenging part of the battle, it's incredibly fun to literally shoot at it with Landia's blast.
Oh, this is kind of reminding me of that time Mario had to fight off your paper airplanes, brother.
Yes, indeed. Once you've done that, you finally get to face Magolor himself, and being the final boss, he has a huge variety of cool and flashy attacks, such as launching out energy spheres, creating black holes, firing an energy beam, and so much more. When Magolor is down to the last bit of his health in the first phase, he will create a shield that can only be damaged by super abilities. This part in particular is super intense. Once you've done the first phase, the way that Kirby defeats Magolor in the first phase is epic. Just watch!
Whoa!
But we're not done yet! It gets better! The Master Crown revives him into his final form, and the epicness has reached up to maximum. And it is amazing! In the second phase, all of Magolor's attacks have been recreated, some of which have also been altered. For example, while he fires the energy beam like normal, he will also fire an energy beam at a portal and will launch out the energy beam from the portal in many ways.
Dang, that is a cool move!
Magolor also gets new attacks in the second phase, such as going through portals and ramming at you. During the second phase, Magolor can also use dark versions of Kirby's super abilities, deplete his health, you finally beat the game, and watch this incredible ending! Magolor has a lot of health in both forms, so this battle is going to be long and enjoyable. Oh, and guess what? Magolor's EX form is even better. Not only does he get even more attacks, but his second form gets redesigned and gets its own name. Magolor Soul, which will be a staple for the 3D Kirby games. Magolor has such wicked and cool designs, such as an example goes to his final form.
You look so terrifying, and yet still kind of cute! Oh, and not to mention the music! You know a song is good when Man on the Internet or Juno Songs has made a cover of it.
The atmosphere is amazing and beautiful. So overall, this is a very fun and challenging battle. So, why is he number 3?
Yeah, why is he only number 3?
Well, he would be higher if he didn't have two problems. First of all, some of Magolor's attacks can get a bit too tricky to avoid, such as the Dark Super Flame, and finally, there's no epic finisher in the second phase, as you simply just have to deplete Magolor's health, normally like the previous 7 bosses. I mean, yeah, you did an epic finisher in phase 1, so why can't you do it again here? But despite that, Magolor truly is an awesome final boss from the one and only Kirby series.
Someday I want to meet Kirby. He seems so friendly.
If you guys played Mario and Luigi partners in time, you know terrifying experiences, especially how fearsome it was fighting Elsa Princess Rupe herself as the final boss.
After all those great build-ups after you beat the final boss at the building of the ending.
Oh boy, you thought things couldn't get any worse. Never mind. I'm going to scream out that boss's name because we're about to enter my second most loathed video game villain, aka my second most loathed final boss of all time, aside from Metal Robotnik, of course.
Allosaurus had never seen such bullshit before.
You pulled some really lame stunts, but this is just mortifying!
Every single boss earlier from the worst list had at least one redeeming quality.
Shrouzer has absolutely nothing going for him! And do you want to know what was so abysmal about this fight? Well, easy answer! Everything! And no, we are not using Bowser's battle theme from Partners in Time because of how pointless the music was as a final boss after we already fought Elder Princess Shroom with our awesome orchestrated final boss theme! So, we are using this boss theme instead!
Although Bowser's battle theme from Partners in Time is still very good and Bowser related regardless. But we are only using this song for final boss material!
We are using this just because of how epic this song sounds! But fucking hell! Why is Shrouzer the actual final boss? Bowser was the most repetitive final boss in every Mario game, and I'm sick and tired of Bowser being the finale of the end of the game! It's
Disgraceful, said Gordon.
Disgusting.
Put in James.
Despicable.
Finished Henry.
Oh, the indignity.
My god! They should have just leave off Elder Princess Shroom as the final boss of the game. But nope, they had to screw up that ending with an extra boss fight that has Bowser reassemblance to the final boss in the way. I mean, really, nobody asked for this. Nobody! And yet you had to put him in? What were you thinking?
But whose idea was to eat that shroom mushroom anyway? That mushroom tasted like the back of the cheap fish market. All that disgusting taste just to become this? What does that have to do with anything with my colors? I mean, yeah, I do need to have something stronger up my sleeve and for your Mario Green Stash. But I'm letting this shroom curse off of a fight!
And that's the perfect summary of how god-awful Shrouzer is! Let's recap. The design, Bowser flashing purple with Elder Princess Shroom's ghost above his head, is hardly an intimidating design for a final boss now, is it? The choice of attacks, really lame, and each one can be a program to attack himself! And who programmed a boss battle that revolves around counter-attacking? Who does that? Yeah, it really is no wonder that Bowser is thrown into the ending for no reason, but assume that he fell into a time hole that took him back to the present and arrived back at his castle scratching his head in confusion. So yeah, this battle is bad, and you losers should feel bad.
So overall, Shrouzer and the fight itself is completely unacceptable and very unnecessary! And you cannot attack! Why the hell do we get a fight where we are not supposed to attack?
Oh, and the fight itself is
Absolute abysmal!
Tantrum in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Who the fuck are you to be in charge? Telling me what we gotta now do! You're this pointless orangutan shit!
And why are we even gonna listen to your commands, even though this fight
is completely easy to deal off with! I mean, you're only shooting fire at us while we are dodging them and hitting them back, while the fire is aiming at Elder Princess Shroom's ghost, dealing off damage while there's a health bar that's on the screen, showing us how pathetic and weak you are gonna be even though we are not allowed to attack at all! Also, what is with Bowser's design? It's just Bowser that needs a superstar item, just like Mario does! The design could have been better, accurate, and official!
like this, for example. This was made by Dog Ding Dog 6 to make an accurate Shrouzer. It changes the colors to the colors of Shroom to make Bowser look like a Shroom hybrid. This could have worked!
I have fixed solutions. Either don't use Shrouzer at all, or if you are going to use Shrouzer, I have more fixed solutions. We're going to have Shrouzer as the final boss. With Dog Eat Dog 6 design of Shrouzer and have a better battle background, other than just using Princess Peach's castle as a battle background. And oh, I even have a better fixed solution. If you're going to use Shrouzer, put Shrouzer as either a secret boss, a boss before you fight the Shroom sisters, or have him during the Elder Princess Shroom fight. It really was not that hard.
What is wrong with you?
That's bad. That's bad. That's bad.
Well, no the fuck we don't! I cannot believe you added this existing boss just to ruin the ending! Elder Princess Shroom was a good enough boss to end the game!
Elder Princess Shrew V2 Mashup premiere, there's this one person who keep yelling out that we need Trouser, we need Trouser. You can't see them now for some reason, but it did happen. If you think what I'm about to say to that commenter was actually harsh, then I apologize. But what I need to say needs to be pointed out. Look, we respect opinions on people liking Shrouzer, even some people with opinions on Shrouzer being better than Elder Princess Shrew. That's fine. All power to you. We are putting Shrouzer in this episode to rant on how bad he is.
So there you have it! A fireback song about almost hated Mario boss fight of all time!
I'm done wasting time talking about something pointless around here. Let's just go straight to the final verdict.
The ending was already good after we beat the true Shrew Brewer herself until this piece of shit shows up out of nowhere! This fight still shouldn't exist! God! Shrouzer is so pretentious! When I fought him, and during the fight, he deluded himself to think he is the true final boss to make a final battle more deja vu, which clearly he didn't! For fuck's sake, Shrouzer! Just look at yourself! Your true final boss idea is unlikable! You are nothing but a shithole that should have stayed on the drawing board! You've become a show-off, taking the role as a shitty final boss of a game, but have absolutely nothing to show for it! Oh, and what pisses me and the others off even more is that this is an insult to an awesome lore and the game itself! Yes, I said that before in episode 2 while ranting on Jasperman Jr., even though Shrouzer is my secondary most hated final boss ever! But the reason why I said that here is because at least Shrouzer didn't have a pathetic and frustrating fight unlike Jasperman Jr. Still, this fight is very unnecessary!
The law of partners in time is an army of Shroobs invading the Mushroom Kingdom and time after time, and time before time across, turning everyone into Shroob mushrooms! Those are dark and creepy moments, and that is the true meaning of the law of this game, because people in this game are getting infected by Shroobs, and in the ending, the infection has worn off from everybody, turning them back to normal.
But Shrouzer insulted the law and the perfect ending just to piss everybody off with Bowser always being the final part to end the game!
To sum up, even if we have already dealt with this fight easily and never get to witness that same concept again,
throw Shrouzer into the fiery pit of the volcano! Yes, I said it! Rocks and minerals are junk to the volcano! So, throw Shrouzer into the volcano as this waste dies in the fire! I clearly want to kill off this worthless piece of shit of a final boss right about now! I'm gonna drown you!
Ouch, my butt! Are you okay, Tony? Oh, yeah, maybe.
I highly apologize you had to see all of that, audience. This literally happens in every episode of mine. I let my anger go straight through my head as I completely lose it over seeing my hated media. Shrouzer literally triggered me, and I took my anger way too seriously. But not as much as Jasperbat Jr. and Mr. Freeze.
Which makes me more angry with his hot, cheesy ice puns.
And including my new most hated villain of all time,
Malekith from For the Dark World.
I need a break from all of that yelling.
Hey, you're not the only one, Ollie. Not bad out there, pal.
Yeah, Shrouzer got what he deserved for ruining a perfect ending of Partners in Time. We will always say Elder Princess Shrew is the final boss of the game, but seriously, I can't believe Shrouzer even existed.
Yeah, I mean, is there some purpose or other reason they wanted to add Shrouzer in the ending? Well, as I see it, I think the reason why they added in Shrouzer was for Bowser to get involved in the final battle. Like I said, Elder Princess Shrew was already perfect enough, and if someday they make a Partners in Time remake, Please make the ending better than last time. Maybe don't have him at all. Change his design and have a better background with different music. Or just use him as a secret boss or a boss before or during the final boss against the Shroop sisters. We will prefer Dogs in Dog 6's mashup over the original game because we don't get to see Shrouzer.
Good.